Hey, how you doing today? I am taquilacoleman. In today's video, we're going to talk about self-esteem building tips while standing for your God-ordained marriage promise. So, if you are a God-ordained spouse, and you've been standing for your God-ordained marriage promise, and if your self-esteem has come up under attack, if the enemy has come for you, with word curses, with criticism, saying things that make you feel rejected, or maybe you have went through things in your own love story that now has caused you to question your worth. If this is you that I'm speaking to, then this video is for you. Okay, now the purpose of this video, it is to help you to understand a few things. Okay, because when we are standing for a God ordained marriage promise, God needs you strong and courageous. When you standing for a God ordained marriage promise, you need to stand with confidence. You need to stand by faith. You need to stand, okay, ready for battle, right? But also knowing who you are in Christ, okay? We can no longer stand with low self esteem. We can no longer stand with low self worth, okay? You have to know who you are in Christ if you want to successfully stand for your God ordained marriage promise, okay? So, number one, this is your first tip. Don't give the enemy your power. Don't give the enemy your power. Okay, that is the fastest way you lose your power. That is the fastest way how you roll over into now having low self-esteem, low confidence. You start questioning your worth, right? Let's talk about what it means to give your power over to the enemy. When you begin to believe the lies of the enemy, when the enemy come and tell you you will never find someone like me, or when the enemy comes and reject you, um or make you feel like you're not good enough, and you believe it, you take that rejection personal to the point to where now you are rejecting yourself. Because let me tell you something, you're dealing with a rejection wound when that rejection that was projected your way is now turned inward, and you're rejecting yourself. hmm How do we reject ourselves, right? You want to go shopping and you want to buy, let's say, an outfit or whatever. You get to the mall, it's time for you to go ahead and buy this outfit, but you give yourself every reason why you cannot buy it. You tell yourself, it's like you punish yourself. No, I can't have it, no. You make excuses for it, you make reasons for it, right? Or another way how we can reject ourselves is by, not allowing ourselves to be happy, not allowing ourselves to, enjoy life. You would find that you're punishing yourself, you're isolating yourself. You're no longer going out and engaging in your hobby, your activity. You just stand inside because that self-rejection, it's punishment. Okay, so I'm here today to remind you, don't give the enemy your power. Take back your power. And we take back our power by reminding ourselves of who we are in Christ. Okay, don't believe the lies of the enemy. Okay, don't believe the lies of the enemy. You're not rejected. God said you're the chosen one. Okay. God said you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You're the apple of God's eye, his most precious prized possession. God said you're royalty, and you know your royalty demands loyalty. Come on now. I'm going to need you to speak to yourself this way. Okay. God said you're the head, so stop acting like the tail. He said, I'm bringing you to the top, not the bottom. Okay. He said you will be the lender, so you will never again have to borrow. Okay, you will never again be in need or want after this next move of God in your life. Okay, so you have to remind yourself of your identity in Christ. This is how we begin to build our self-esteem. And also, when rejection comes your way, you got to understand rejection. You had to understand rejection. Rejection, it usually don't have anything to do with you. Rejection has everything to do with the one who is doing the rejecting. Okay, rejection means redirection. Rejection can also be God protecting you from what you do not see in that moment. Rejection can also be God saying, not now, because there's still more preparation work that needs to be done, right? So we got to begin to understand when rejection comes our way, we got to know how to pull back and look at this thing for what it is and not take it personal. Because when I take the rejection personal, again, I can start now self rejecting myself. When I take the rejection personal, I might start rejecting people that God want to bring into my life. Okay, that's sabotage, right? So we got to begin to understand rejection is not always rejection. If you're coming up under heavy rejection, this might just be your season that God is using to break that people pleasing spirit off of you. This might be your season where God is just using using you to sharpen how you hear him, because maybe he's trying to tell you that's not your people, that's not your people. I'm guiding and directing you to the people who I have for you to connect with, right? But can you hear him? Can you hear him? Can you hear God in the rejection? Right? So understand, number one, take your power back. Take your power back from the enemy. Okay. Don't give your power over to the enemy by listening to the lies of the enemy. That's how we give our power over to the enemy. Take your power back. You stand strong. Okay. You stand 10 toes down in your identity in Christ. All right. You have to stand knowing I'm confident. Okay. I'm good enough. I'm the best. This is how you got to talk to yourself. Okay. And don't believe the lies of the enemy. All right. Number two, I want you to start taking care of yourself. Start taking better care of yourself. Okay. When you look good, when you take the time out and do your hair, do your nails, and put on some clean, cute clothes and stuff, and you step out, you feeling good. You feeling confident, right? I need you stepping out like that every day. Okay, I know you're going through the warfare. I know they coming for you, but I still need you. After you engage in spiritual warfare, I still need you to step out. Okay, I still need you to step out and show the world, okay, who you are in Christ. All right, I need you to come on out and show off, okay, who God called you to be. Okay, but start taking care of yourself. Okay, whatever that means for you, start taking care of yourself. Put yourself at the top of your to-do list. Okay, make time for yourself. How can you fill yourself up instead of you always being exhausted? Okay, let's shift that. Okay, no more being exhausted. I need to fill myself up. I need strength, right? So what are the things that you're going to start doing that's going to help you to align yourself with more strength? Okay, more energy. Maybe you can go to the gym, start working out. Maybe you could change what you're eating and put it in your body. That's going to give you the energy you need. Also, take notice of the things you are eating that's draining your energy. And because I'm gonna tell on myself, when I have sugar, man, soon after I take a piece of sugar, as soon as I eat it, I'm sleepy. So that tells me, tequila, reduce the amount of sugar you have. Okay, if I want to be very productive for that day. Okay, but I want you to start taking better care of yourself. Okay. Number three, I want you to speak worth into yourself. Okay, because again, standing for a God ordained marriage promise, it's not for the weak. You're going to need high self esteem when you're standing for a God ordained marriage promise. You're going to have to be able to identify the lies of the enemy, right? You're going to have to um, have faith and keep what God said at the forefront of your head, your mind, right? Or the enemy is going to come and play them mind games with you. But I need you to speak your worth into existence. Okay. Keep reminding yourself of your worth. You got to tell yourself, I'm good enough. I'm worthy. I'm the best. I'm the obvious choice. I am the one. I am the one. Right? You gotta speak this to yourself. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. I'm talented. I'm creative. Right? I'm more than enough. you know Speak your worth into existence. Okay, don't wait for someone to come into your life to affirm you or speak worth into you. No, you start calling yourself a queen now. You start calling yourself a king now. Okay, you tell yourself what you are deserving of, right? And then go a step further and tell yourself why you deserve it. You deserve it because of the work you put in. You deserve it because of who you are in Christ. You deserve it because your father said, hey, this is what he want you to have in his kingdom, right? But this is how you got to begin to talk to yourself, and this is how I want you to show up every single day. This is how you begin to build your self-esteem. Okay. The next tip, when we talk about self-esteem building tips while standing for your God-ordained marriage, I need you to identify what are the things you need to start saying no to. Because some of all of this, yes, 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 always being available, that is what's breaking your self-esteem. Yep. You are expecting people to treat you the way how you treat them. You think everybody's heart is like yours, and that's not the case, right? So you got to begin to understand that everyone doesn't have the same heart as you. Okay. They have a heart, but they don't have a heart, right? So you got to understand, I can't say yes, all the time. I can't always be available. You have to work that no muscle, and it's okay to tell people no. Okay. So, what I'm basically talking to you about is setting boundaries in your life. You got to begin to establish some boundaries in your life if you want to, maintain having a healthy self esteem. Because when we don't have boundaries, or we allow people to break our boundaries over and over and over again, that's where the low self esteem come in at. That's where you start feeling drained and tired and exhausted, because you're allowing people to come into your life, drain your energy, use you up, take advantage of you. Now you're the one feeling resentful, right? We can avoid all of that just by getting clear on what are the boundaries I need to, bring into my life. Who, okay, who are the people that I need to enforce these boundaries, with, or whatever, and begin to start telling them no. Like, no, I'm not available for that. No, I can't do that. No. Just start saying it, no, right? And that's going to help you. Okay. It's going to really help improve your self-esteem. All right. And the last tip I'm going to give you is, I want you to work on yourself every single day. Okay. Work on yourself every single day, whatever that looks like for you, whatever it means for you. I'm the type of person, when I think about working on myself, I love, you know, like enrolling into like courses, programs, things of that nature, going to conference. I love that type of stuff, right? Reading the next book, learning a new skills, things of that nature, right? But I want you to work on yourself, okay? You know, what is it that you always wanted to learn how to do? Go ahead and dedicate the next 30, 60, 90 days to learning a new skill. Okay. Work on your attitude, work on, how you show up, work on becoming a better mother or a better father, work on becoming just a better person overall, work on your character. Just work on yourself. This is how we become better. Because when you become a better person, that automatically increases your self-esteem. Okay. You begin to attract better into your life. you know People begin to, notice and see that, oh my God, you're not the same person, you're better. you know they begin to see success, happening in your life, and they want to be around you. So make that a goal, to where every day I'm working on myself, I'm improving myself. you know I'm sharpening my skills, my gifts, my talents, right? But work on yourself every single day. Okay, so those are some tips to help you get started along this journey while you're standing for your God ordained marriage promise. I really want to stress, don't give your power away to the enemy. Okay, don't believe the lies of the enemy. Know who you are in Christ. I want you to tell yourself every single day, I'm good enough. I'm already chosen. I'm the best. I am loved. I am accepted. God is connecting me with the right people. God is sending my tribe, the people who will get me and understand me and will support me and celebrate me. Okay? Start speaking this way to yourself, okay? And don't give your power over to the enemy. All right. So that is it. I am Tequila Coleman. Listen, if you would like to book a one-on-one session with myself, head over to godordainedmarriages.com. Click on the coaching tab and you can book your session with me today. All right. That is it. I'm Tequila Coleman. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a positive comment. Matter of fact, let me know in the comment section what is one thing you're going to do to help you improve your self esteem? Let me know down in the comment section. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.